Butler, good morning to you. And this is a stark warning, if one was needed, for those who've been putting off getting their doses to get out and get vaccinated, isn't it?
That's right, Michael. This is the 17th outbreak from hotel quarantine. It appears that this outbreak in Melbourne is connected to a man catching Covid-19 while in hotel quarantine in Adelaide, the 17th in just the last 6 months. And it's why we've been saying so strongly to the Prime Minister, we need to speed up the vaccine rollout, but we also need a safe national quarantine system. We can't continue to see these outbreaks from a quarantine system based around hotels which were built for tourism, not medical quarantine.
I want to talk about the quarantine situation in a moment, but we have the Health Minister, your opposite, Greg Hunt, assuring Australians that we'll have all these tens of millions of Pfizer doses coming through by the end of the year. The AMA has leapt on that to say pretty much that all of us will be vaccinated by the end of the year. So that's something suggesting we'll finally get there.
Well, I certainly hope so. We have substantial supply of vaccine right now. We're receiving about 1.4 million doses per week being delivered to the Commonwealth, but only about 500,000 doses are being put into people's arms. So the problem is not supply right now, and it hasn't been for a number of weeks. The problem is the distribution system that the Commonwealth has set up is not working properly. GPs are not getting enough doses, in spite of there being hundreds and hundreds of thousands of doses every week lying around somewhere. And also, I think there is a big increase in vaccine hesitancy. We've been urging the Prime Minister to bring forward a strong public health information campaign to deal with that increase in vaccine hesitancy, but he's sitting on his hands on that as well, unfortunately.
Brendan Murphy, the Health Department boss, told Four Corners hesitancy was due squarely, in his view, to sensationalist media reporting. Is he right?
Well, I think there is an unfortunate tendency in this government always to blame the media or someone else for essentially their own failures. I mean, we have a really strong tradition here in good public health campaigns to change behaviour in Australia, stretching back to the AIDS campaign in the 1980s, but many other campaigns since that time. Other countries are doing this with really strong effect. You see a Pathway to Freedom campaign, a very positive message in New Zealand. We've got celebrities like Dolly Parton in the US and Elton John in the UK, particularly encouraging older members of their community to get vaccinated. Here we really seem stuck. We're not doing anything.
The government had two jobs this year, the vaccine rollout and quarantine. It has botched both. We have a Prime Minister who never accepts responsibility. Too busy rolling out the red carpet for himself to roll out the vaccination for Australians. Not just a government of smirk and mirrors, more a government of shirk and mirrors. It's always someone else's responsibility.